y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing on this fine Sunday? Um, y'all ain't seen me in a minute. I've been working a lot these last 2 weeks. We just went into our summer hours a few weeks ago, so we've been open longer and been trying to get them shifts in so I can pay these bills. I don't have a whole lot, but I have enough bills that I need to have consistent income so that I can keep paying for my medication and shit like that. Y'all already know what the deal is. Um, Not gonna lie, I got 3 days off, and I am looking forward to just doing nothing. Like I was working most of this week. I think the only time I was off were Thursday and today. So I'm just happy to get a little breather in because it's gonna be picking up right back as soon as I get back in there. So I'm just taking this time to myself. You feel me? But as y'all can see from the title of this video, this was something I've been wanting to talk about for a hot minute. I just didn't really feel comfortable making a video about it yet because I wasn't. I didn't want to be fully transparent about my body issues that I have and my insecurities and stuff because it's stuff that bothers me from a day-to-day basis. I just don't tell a lot of people about them um, because I feel like either they won't understand or they'll just use that as an opportunity to also make some sort of comment about my body and stuff um, that really annoys me. And I feel like with my transition, it's certain things have become worse as far as what people have to say because of the stereotypes people have for how a female identifying person should be and how a male identifying person should be and all of these things. It's like all these stereotypes and expectations from society that people have and follow, and expectations they have for other people when it comes to friends, family, dating, and it just ties into everything. And it's kind of just taking its toll on me um, to the point where just certain environments I no longer feel comfortable in, and I just try to avoid things I used to love to do that I don't do now because I'm afraid that someone's going to say something to me or the vibe is just going to be off towards me, like shit like that. So I just wanted to come and rant about it because people have said stuff to me here and there in the past that's really bugs me that I've never really been open about because I was scared that I was gonna be looked at as being too sensitive and shit like that. So I would just keep it to myself. But I'm gonna talk about it today because I was watching a video earlier about body shaming that really sparked me doing this today and giving my opinion and also some personal experiences about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, so I guess I'll just start by saying what my body insecurities are, and we'll just take it from there. Y'all know I don't be planning this shit. I just be winging it. So I think one thing is my height. So I'm 5'2". Sometimes I might round it up a bit, but 5'2" is what my height was the last time I got it checked. And for society, that's been considered short. But when I identified as a woman, that was never an issue to anybody. Nobody cared about me being short or anything. It was just, oh yeah, that's the height that this person is. It's fine. But when I transitioned into being a man, that's when it became such a thing, especially with women. I feel like guys, with certain guys, they wouldn't be straight up, oh, you're short, this to me. But seeing them, so the guys that were taller and thicker than I was, am, what, there's that unspoken tension that they feel I'm this compared to you, and it's I'm feeling like a little shrimp or some shit, and just feeling really intimidated by them because I was not only shorter but just on the slimmer side of things, which would make me look even smaller. So I just kind of would hate situations like that because I felt like I was experiencing it from both ends, both different guys and different girls too. And with the girls, it would be people who would, whether even if they were relatively even smaller than me, would be saying, "Oh, I don't date short guys. I don't date guys who look like this. I date guys that have to be at least 5'9", 5'10" going. They gotta be a certain level of thickness. They gotta look like men. You know, it would make me feel like really like insecure and make me feel like I look like a little boy or something. And that would really bother me, and that would make my confidence go down a lot. I feel like I experienced that a lot, especially physically being in college, um, and just different girls kind of indirectly dissing me and stuff. Like they would clearly see my size and then say some shit like that when I'm clearly within earshot, and it would just be so awkward. I'm like, I don't even know like what you want me to say, or like why you would say something like that. That if you prefer to date men that look a certain type of way, okay, but you don't have to like make comments like that in front of people that don't fit your criteria or whatever. So that bothered me a lot because they'd be like, it'd be like a really consistent thing with different girls, and it would just take its toll and just make me not even want to deal with them if I saw that they had a mentality like that. Because it's like you're not even giving me a chance to show you like who I am as a person because you're so stuck on the height thing. And then there'll be so many girls who'll be like, "Oh, but that's just my preference." Like that's a fucking excuse that all these people use. And it's like because society made it that way. Growing up, you didn't every heterosexual cis scenario. Um, the guy always had to be decently taller than the girl or bigger than the girl, and the girl would always have to be, on the smaller side with things. And if it was ever the other way around in any way, people would think it's weird. It's because that shit's been conditioned into people's brains for years, from since we were like little as kids. That's how it's always been shown and presented to us in the media and on TV and documentaries. You name it, it's there. Music videos, it's all there. Men fitting this certain type of image, and now all the girls now think that that's what they want. And it just kind of annoys me because it's like, well, it makes me feel like nobody wants me. Like I've had girlfriends, here and there, but it's like a struggle to just even feel comfortable flirting with people or things like that because I'm afraid that something like that's gonna be pointed out about me, and then I'm not gonna know how to proceed because it's just awkward and it hurts my feelings. So definitely my height thing. People just make me feel small. Like I was always small and acting like you're not a normal size if you're not fucking 5'8" and 140. I don't know. I don't even know what the average weight would be, but because I'm only, I don't even know, I'm not even 120 pounds. I'm close, but not 120 pounds. It's like 117, 118 or something. Um, and this is the most I've ever weighed because, like, before I got sick, I was 105 pounds for the longest. And then when I got sick, I lost like 15 pounds. So I started taking, like, protein powder, and then I got my weight up to 115 or something like that, 16 for a little bit. And even then, even when I was doing that, I was so happy because I was starting to feel a bit more confident because I was bigger. Not only did I get back to my normal weight, I went past that. So I was like, oh shit, man, I'm about to feel more like a man and stuff, da 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 da. And it was like all this shit was in my head. Just for my family to be like, acting like I was getting too big. 116, 17 pounds, I'm getting too big because they saw that I was taking the powder. And like, the directions were like 2 to 3 tablespoons and mix it with milk or water. Drink that 2 to 3 times a day, something like that. It had those little things that she would scoop the scoopers, and I would mix it in with the water because I didn't have milk, or I didn't like it with milk because I don't drink milk. So which is probably part of the problem. But maybe I need to find a way to enjoy milk more because I'm sure that's what's up with your bones and shit, right? Yeah. But I've never liked drinking milk. If there's some sort of substitute for that, then maybe, but it just grosses me out. But yeah, they're like, oh, you're looking a little big. You should probably stop. You're getting big too fast. And I'm just like, but I really didn't look that big. Do I have a little fat on my stomach now? Yeah, because I wasn't working out when I was doing that shit. I was just taking the protein and I was just bulking up a little bit, a little ass bit. Like I have an extra 10 pounds than normal. Oh my god, you know? It's like no matter what you do, you can't win. Cause people would be like, "Oh, you're so small. You're so this. You don't have any weight or anything. You don't have an ass. You don't have this." And it would just piss me off so bad. Like you would see a girl with a really really big ass, and that's when it's normal. Like to act like, or if you're flat chested or something. Like I didn't like. Yeah, y'all know I still have my boobs. Um, I never had the biggest boobs in my grade or anything. Not the smallest, but not the biggest. It was like somewhere in the middle, on the lesser side of things. It wasn't huge. They aren't huge. I feel like they're a little bit bigger now, but they aren't huge. I don't know exactly what my size is because I forgot it. I haven't worn a bra in so long, but things like that, you know, people just focusing so much on your assets, and it's like we're not even 20 years old or anything. We're fucking teenagers, and that is the topic of conversation, and it's ridiculous. Like from older people, from people my age, and I'm just like, it's crazy how that's such a thing for people, and they just love nitpicking you about your body. So yeah, I remember I took those and I felt a little bigger just for them to tell me I was getting too big, and they tried to make me stop taking the protein. I haven't done it in a while, but I want to do it again because I have like muscle building goals I'm trying to achieve. So I've been researching different workouts that I could try, and I want to see what kind of results I get um, with the shakes and working out at the same time. Because I've always wanted to have like a little muscle. You know, that's always been a goal of mine. That's the one thing that didn't have to do with other people saying shit to me. That's just something I always wanted. So that's what I'm trying to do in the summer. But yeah, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but like going out, and if I didn't take a whole lot of food, people would be like, "Oh, are you on a diet or something?" Like shit like that. Like I can't just eat. I can't even eat in peace, bruh. That would be something that people would have to go and comment about my food proportions. How much of this I'm taking, how much of this I'm taking, why my plate isn't filled to the brim. And then I would see for other people, if they would take a lot, then their parents would be like, "Why are you taking so much food? Why are you being so greedy?" It's like, it's not even like they have a side that they prefer. They find some way to say something no matter what you do. And it's like, it's annoying. And like, it would increase my anxiety a lot whenever I go out. If there would be some times where, because I would like to become vegan at some point. So sometimes when I go out, I just don't eat meat. I'll eat other stuff, but I don't eat meat. And then someone will be like, "Oh, you're not taking any pork. You're not taking any chicken. You don't want this. You don't want the beef." And I'm like, "No, I don't. If you want to take it, that's fine. But I don't need you questioning why there's no meat on my plate." You know, it would just be things. It would be things like that. And I feel like now, with me being older and in college, a lot of college people have like, or just people in this age group. I'll say age 18 to like 23, 24, something like that. Um, I've been called just really skinny. I've been called scrawny. That one I really didn't like because I'm like, I don't think I look scrawny. Like I'm very slim, but like it's not like you can see my bones or some shit. That was only like one time when I was really sick. I could see my hip bones and my rib because I had lost that much weight. Outside of that, it was never like that. Like, the word scrawny does just not sound good to me. It sounds very like you're trying to say I look like malnourished or something, and like that really pissed me off and bothered me because I feel like nowadays everyone expects you to be like super thick and big, just big everything, like man or female, just big everything. And if you're smaller in the slightest way, it's a problem. And you're too small, mind you. Like a lot of these people, I feel like would be. I don't even know how to word it. Like, if they see someone who's relatively bigger than me, then that's what's considered normal and that's acceptable and that's average. But like, there's something wrong with me or something. So I would start wearing like bigger clothes like bigger pants. Like I have certain pants I like to wear when I'm going out because they make me look bigger. Like this sweatshirt, for example, it's big. Um, like it's relatively bigger, and I like it because it makes me feel like um, I have a lot of sweatshirts like that, and I would do that a lot, especially in high school and still now. Just put on certain outfits that make me look bigger in my eyes and feel like I'm not too small or skinny or something. Because I feel like a lot of people hate on me because I'm smaller, and they try to make me feel like I'm not as good as them because I'm not at a certain weight or height or whatever, and they act like only you're only good if you're like that, or you're only attractive if you're like that size. Um, but yeah, I would just find little ways to try and make myself seem more appealing to people. Unfortunately, um, that's just what the situation was and has been. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not proud of that, but it's something I don't really know how to get my way out of right now because it keeps happening, and I don't really have the full confidence to just shrug it off because it's like I'm a really sensitive person, so things like that really get to me. Um, but I'll just get tired of that, you know. Like I've seen other people, like aunties of mine, um, their aunties would come and see them, wouldn't see them for a few months, and be like, "Oh, are you gaining weight?" Or have the audacity to ask them if they're pregnant, you know, things like that. And it would just really bother me because it's like, why do y'all feel the need that it's okay to question someone's body, but if someone were to do that to you, it's disrespectful or this or oh, I'm at a certain age now, you shouldn't be asking me questions like that. The age don't got shit to do with it. You shouldn't be asking anybody something like that. You don't know what's going on with them. You don't know how they're feeling about their body in that moment, and then you go and ask them that, and it sticks with them forever. Um, it's getting out of hand, and it's just really ridiculous, and I'm tired of it. And that's like another reason why I'm uploading this, because I have to add my voice to the conversation because this conversation can't die. You know, it has to keep going. All these people that feel the need to make comments like that need to be um, held accountable because it's becoming ridiculous now, and it really hurts us, those who are dealing with this, and it makes me feel very insecure to go out or do anything because I'm afraid of how I'm gonna look, especially as a boy. Like it's enough trying to make myself pass, but to feel like whenever I'm around people that they're judging me, looking at me, um, or you know about my size and stuff like that. You know, because now it's like all about the super thick people and things like that, and it's like if you're not, you know, I feel like I keep saying that, but you get the point. That's like the moral of this. What I'm saying. Um, Trying to fit this image because the image changes. Back in the day, the videos I was seeing of people looked more like me, and that's what was acceptable. So if you looked at me, people were trying to look now, that was what was frowned upon, and like it's literally switched. Um, and it's like gonna keep switching every I guess decade or so or whatever, because that's just how it is. That's just how like society and media are, but it's ridiculous. I just want people to be able to feel better about themselves and feel good about themselves, and for people to stop making comments like that because it really gets to our heads after some time. Um, like if someone looks like me, like there's no reason for you to be saying anything, or no matter how they look like. That's not your place to do. It will never be your place to say anything. Focus on yourself. Because if I see somebody's body, you know, whatever opinion I may have, I don't just go out and say some shit. You know, I keep it to myself because that's the respectful thing to do. But some people really have like no chill, and will just come right on and say, "Oh, well, you're skinny, you're this, you're too short, you're da 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 da." And it's like it just gets on my nerves. And makes me not want to show myself or look in the mirror or just be out. Like I feel safer just being in my room and not having to deal with people because if no one can see me, then no one can say anything about me. You feel me? Um, I feel like that's the point that I've been getting to lately. I haven't been doing much besides going to work. Even at work, I feel insecure. So a lot of the guys are, with the exception of maybe a few, most of them look the way a lot of these girls standards, like they fit the standards of a lot of these girls and some of these guys too. And you can tell that they know that that they fit it, and it's like I just feel kind of invisible around them and just uncomfortable. Like I hate those shifts when there's like four of us working the courts and I'm that one person who's just smaller than everybody else. Um, I really hate it. Um, but yeah, I just had to get that out. It's like my main shit would be my height and my size. And like lack of muscle and things like that. I feel like people like making little side comments or indirect comments or trying to act like they're not straight up coming for you, but then will just say certain things that they're clearly coming for your body and acting like you don't fit the way a man should look, or dating wise, or things like that. And for the people that have those preferences, like I just want you to ask yourself, is this what I actually want, or am I afraid of how I'm going to be looked at if I were to date a shorter guy? And no, fucking 5'9" or whatever is not fucking short. I don't know who the hell told you that, but you need to get that dumb shit out of your head. Like, that's a decent height too. Not everyone's gonna be fucking 5'10" and above. Like, what kind of life is that? And it'll be coming from girls who's like fucking 4'9" or some shit, be saying stuff like that. I'm just like, yo, why does your short ass want to look like you're walking around with your father somewhere? I'm just asking. I'm just saying. To each their own, but that seemed a bit excessive to me. Like, I wouldn't want to date someone that tall. Just a few inches taller, or my height is fine with me. I could date someone shorter too. It really doesn't matter. I've dated a girl that was probably the one girl who actually was that tall and actually dated me. Was what, 5'11", taller than my grandmother, bro. And I was like, dang it, that's crazy. And I'm with my 5'2" self when she saw nothing wrong with me. They exist. They don't seem to be that often right now, but they exist. But yeah, I just had to say that. I had to rant. I had to let it out. I might do another video in a few days that I might just record right after this. So if you see me in the same outfit, that's why. Because I was initially gonna do that, but I just felt a calling to do this video first. So this is what I'm gonna upload today. So y'all will see this soon. What is today? July 3rd. Yeah, it's July 3rd. Y'all will see this later today in a bit once I edit it and all that. Not really much editing to do because I didn't do like multiple takes and stuff. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for hearing me out. Comment down below if you can relate. My DMs are always open at DJ Pepe. DJ PEPPEH. It's a tongue twister to say. But thank y'all for listening. I might speak more on this. We'll see how I'm feeling, or if I feel like I forgot certain thoughts that I wanted to add. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video, which most likely that one should be a story time. Cause yeah. And y'all probably see that. I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see. But thank y'all for watching. Have a good day, y'all.